Hey, it's Peggy Hernandez here of the U46 School District Planetarium for the October 12th through 16th Sky Talk for Elgin and the surrounding areas. Monday, October 12th, right around 3 o'clock. The moon is still up in the sky. It'll be hard to see. It's pretty close to the sun. But the moon will set before the sun, and the moon is headed towards a new moon. What that means is, well, every day the moon moves a little to the left as we face south or west, left and up. And if I could fast forward for you, look, here's tomorrow night, Tuesday night, the 13th. Here's where the moon will be on the 14th and the 15th. And here it is on the 16th. The moon and the sun will be right next to each other in the sky. Oh, I know the moon's in front of the sun. Yes, the moon's closer, but they're not perfectly in line. We do not have a solar eclipse this week, but we will have a new moon on the 16th. On the 17th, it'll be to the left of the sun, and it'll just keep going. A week from today, on the 18th, we should start seeing that beautiful waxing crescent moon where the right side is lit. So let's go to our evening sky. What we're going to see in our evening sky this week, I'm just going to let the sun set. I'm going to fast forward a bit. It gets dark out. Sunset's around 6 o'clock, so it's getting dark by 6:30. And you can start to see stars around that time. And I'm going to go to about there. Here we are at 6:40. Still want to fast forward a little bit. I'm seeing the brighter stars showing up. Jupiter and Saturn are off to the left towards the south. Arcturus is the brightest star in our evening sky in the west, in the western evening sky as it gets dark. I see the Big Dipper right here. There's the handle. It arcs to Arcturus, which Arcturus is part of what I call the ice cream cone. Here's the drawings. Here's the labels. Corona Borealis is a neat little half circle to look for in the west. If we turned our bodies to the left and wanted to face south, there we are. Jupiter and Saturn, super bright. Jupiter and Mars are the two brightest objects in the sky other than the moon this month. And Saturn is a little bit dimmer and up and to the left of it. If you were to look up in the sky, look, turn your head up to the tippy top of the sky. We still have Cygnus the Swan up there. And yes, I'm seeing lots of satellites go by. That is perfectly normal the couple of hours after sunset. The tail of the swan here is the brightest star. Sometimes we call this one the Northern Cross. The wings look like the cross part. The Northern Cross, we call that. Great Square of Pegasus is visible towards the southeast. If we turn our bodies all the way towards the east, we will be facing Mars. Right above it is the Great Square of Pegasus. Perseus is starting to come up. Right above it is Cassiopeia the Queen, that group of stars that makes the W kind of on its side early in the evening. And Mars. Mars is really cool because we are, ta-da, finally at opposition. What that means is the moment that Mars is rising in the east, the sun is setting behind us in the west. They're opposite each other, the sun and Mars. That's why we call it opposition. It's when Mars is closest to us and very bright. It's the brightest it's been, well, in 2.5 years. It's 2 years and a couple of months for us to pass Mars in its orbit. And it will still be bright for the next couple of months to come. And if we keep going to the left, we'll be facing north. And here we have the Big Dipper is very low on the horizon. Oh, it's 10:30 now. It's getting late. By 10 o'clock, the Big Dipper is really low in the trees. The last two stars, though, always point to the North Star. And there is Little Dipper. Not very bright or obvious. Not very easy to find, Polaris and the Little Dipper. But it's there. Here's the names and the drawings of the constellations that are up tonight. If we head back to the east for just a moment, I want to show you that not just Mars is up, but we also have Venus that comes up early in the morning. So we're at about 5 o'clock in the morning right here. And there's Venus. And it's so cool because the moon on today, on the 13th, tomorrow morning, is going to be right next to Venus. On the 14th, here's the next day, the moon is now on the other side of Venus. They don't touch or anything. And of course, the moon is way closer than Venus, but the moon is going to go right past Venus tomorrow morning. So check back again next week after you go out and see all these wonderful sights.